batsman got out. How pathetic is that for you as a batting coach?
Yeah, it's very frustrating. We work hard, we talk a lot about when you're in, you need to stay in. When you get a start, you need to make sure it's a big score. And a little bit like Chittagong, 4 guys getting 20s, other guys getting 15s and 16s, and only one guy doing the job for us. So we're not going to get match-winning scores doing that very often. And that's the disappointing thing, that people made mental errors again when they were set, and the ball was spinning, but the pace bowlers weren't getting offered a great deal. So to let Umesh get 5 wickets, very disappointing.
Coach, what we want to know that is it sort of disappointing that we didn't see Mohil at the Chattogram Test, because it was his favourite ground. He scored 7 centuries over there, and he's also 3 centuries here, and he's done a very good comeback. So what is the plan for playing Yasser Ali Rabbi on number 3, because he didn't play at number 3 position? So after the Dhaka Test and the fantastic knockout showed up, so what is your opinion?
Yeah, it's a selector's decision, but Mommy played 2 A games with me and didn't make over 10 runs in those 4 innings. So we're giving him a rest. He had to work on a few things. So he and I, if you saw, we were working a lot in Chittagong, over in the far net, just on a couple of little things, and giving him a bit of time to get back into the swing of things and forget about those failures and get ready to play again. So, and we thought it was, our number 3 spot is a worry, so we put him in, and it worked really well today. So he played fantastic.
Jimmy, how do you explain the shot Shakib played just after the lunch?
Yeah, I was just talking to Rabid. It's disappointing our senior players making mental errors, and that's all it is. I mean, he was walking down the wicket a lot throughout the innings anyway, to the spinners and to the pace bowlers, just to change their length. I think he was worried by the length they were bowling to him, so trying to change the length. But straight after tea, after lunch, the bowlers are also going to be rusty and getting back into it, so he could have got some bad bowling if he'd just stayed in the crease. So that was his decision. It's not I don't think it's a coaching thing. It's certainly a mental thing that he decided to walk down the wicket that ball. It's frustrating for me sitting there watching players make those mistakes. It's just mental errors that only they can sort out.
And what was the thought process, sending him at number 4? I mean, so many times you have heard about the left and right hand combination, but today it was 4 left and 7 right. So
yeah, that was more, I think, Shakib wanting to go in there. I think he feels like he's in form and wanted to not protect, but push everyone else down and lengthen our batting order a little bit with him doing the job up there. We're losing quick wickets, and we wanted to stop that happening. And I think it's a good thing that the captain thinks that he can do that and was confident enough to do that. It didn't work for us today, though.
Jamie, what did Mohil do right today in this innings that he hadn't done in the last few months?
I think he had a more positive approach to the game. Rather than thinking he was going to get bad balls, he was thinking, I'm going to score today. When you do that, you're a better chance of having success. I think in the past, recent past, he's probably been thinking, when's the next good ball I'm going to get, not when's the next run I'm going to get. So,
is it like a mental switch, or is it something that you have to teach a batsman?
It's a mental switch, but it's also, we freed him up throughout the week and let him have some fun with his batting and hit some balls hard, and it was more a 2020 approach to what we did last week, and whether that's helped him or not, I don't know, but he's came in today and played some shots and had a lot of success. It's a shame he didn't get 100.
About Litton's dismissal, he's been getting out a few times, Litton and mid-wicket. Is that getting soft dismissal, is that something that you worry about?
Yeah, I think maybe it's he's finding it a bit harder than everyone else, or not everyone else, but finding it a bit hard to make that transition from short format, what he did in the World Cup and all that preparation, and then the one dayers, and now it's Test match cricket where you should be hitting the ball along the ground and working hard. And he's walked out and looked beautiful right from the start, both innings, or all innings that he's played. Scores quickly, which is what we love to see from him, but then hits one in the air and makes another mental error, I think. And I think he's our best player, and when he gets 20s, he should get big scores.
Yeah.
the two teams seem to have read the wicket a bit differently. You're going with three spinners and they have dropped, India has dropped Kuldeep. So were you surprised by the decision and how did you read the wicket of the team?
Yeah, well, we didn't read Kuldeep very well. We might have not have read the wicket very well, but we didn't read him very well in Chittagong, so we were surprised that he didn't play. I think it's been a pretty flat wicket for the fast bowlers and quite a hard wicket to bat on for the spinners against the spinners. It's turning and bouncing. Some of the bounce that Ashwin got today, unbelievable, like bounce and spin, unplayable ball. So we hope that it's a good decision to have three spinners there. They can bowl all day tomorrow and make it hard for India to score runs. Having said that, Umesh got 5 wickets and the left-hander that came in got 2. So, yeah, I think the quicks might find it harder than the spinners throughout the game, though.
227 on this wicket. How does you see your match?
Yeah, I think 300. We should have got 300 easy with the start we had. We lost 5 for 14, I think. You'd think there's another 50 runs there in those 5 wickets, especially when 3 of them were batsmen. Yeah, we're 70 behind par, I think, so we've got to bowl really well, field well tomorrow, and hope we stay in touch by the end of the day, have close to having them all out, if not all out. Otherwise, very tough.
নগদে আসলে মোবাইল রিচার্জে 1000 টাকা পর্যন্ত ক্যাশব্যাক আর অ্যাকাউন্ট খুলতে ডায়াল করুন *167#.
Last 2 questions.
Coach, even today you said this what maintains that mental barrier. What are the you said probably you said it for years.
Yep.
What is the barrier that you don't overcome?
Good question. Well, I've been here 6 months, 7 months, so we talk about it a lot and we practice it a lot. But when a batsman's out there in the middle, only one person can play the shot for them. I can't play the shot for them, and they, you know, once they get it to 28, they just need to keep doing the same thing for another 28. But we seem to change our game and go up a gear. Sakib walks down the wicket. Lytton tries to hit one a little bit harder than he has been. Miraj plays a rash shot that he hadn't played. They walk off shaking their head, why did I do that? But, you know, they've got to take that responsibility to keep staying in that same gear for 6 hours. We talk about batting till the end of the day and punching gloves and walking off with your teammate, not getting a flashy 28 or 30. But it keeps happening, you're right.
Do you give them full responsibilities, or is there any one?
I work on technical and mental. We work a lot on technical. I don't think any of them, apart from maybe 1 or 2, were technical issues. It's all, you know, you hit the ball in the air and you walk down the wicket. That's definitely something that is something they've decided to do for that ball. So it's hard for me to correct that in an instant.
Coach, Sakib batted at number 4 for the 5th innings
Yep.
in his career. Any specific reason why top 3 are lefties?
No, not really. No, 3 best batsmen, I suppose. That's what we felt. We're putting our best players where we think they should bat. Nothing to do with left or right. Probably lucky Kuldeep didn't play because there's another one that can spin it away from the left-handers. So I don't think it had any bearing. Mommy made 80. If the other 2 lefties had been able to do the same, we would have had a good score on the board. So if one lefty can make 80, all 3 can. It doesn't really matter. We think we had the best players in the right spots. And we're in a pretty good position, to be fair, till we lost 5 for 14. 300 would have been a good score on that wicket.
Last question.
So if it is a mental barrier, as you say, why not BCB appoint a psychologist for the team?
It's not necessarily that easy, I don't think. It needs to, if you find the right person, if the communication is right, if they understand cricket, then it might work, it might help. But I'd put the responsibility back on the players more than anything. They know how to play the game, they know how to hit the ball on the ground. They just need to do it for longer. I don't think that's meant. I think their routines are good, but it's just at the spur of the moment, like he walks down the wicket, that's a spur of the moment thing that decided I'm going to do that, and it got him out. Doesn't get him out all the time. He does it a lot in his cricket career, and he's made a lot of runs.
Thank you.